Hello, everyone. Welcome to another round of PRL Performance Racing League. I am your host for tonight, Hoop BK. Let me make sure my mic is not going on in the lobby real quick. I don't even know how to change that. I think we're okay. Just says that I'm talking into the... I'm Hoop BK. We have a special race for you tonight, 100% Bahrain for midweek, and that's a tough one. It's a test of thumbs, ankles, really any part of your limbs. As someone is already readied up, this can't be good. Easy to ready up with the one-shot qualifying that we use for the 100% race. We'll have a little bit of time to hop into all this. Yeah, 100% Australia is also quite a good time. Hopefully everyone is actually ready for this and someone didn't actually ready up too quickly, but I kind of doubt that's the case. And one shot is underway. Alright, so long run down into turn one. Heavy braking zone. We'll just pick Llama for now. Tricky turn two. Easy to get on the throttle too quickly and into the DRS zone down towards turn four. A very wide entry here. Brake at about 100 to a tight turn four. We head towards the winding kind of S section here, downhill. Lighter fuel load, bit of a flick, downshift. Then a heavy braking zone here into a hairpin. This is the trickiest part of the course coming up, in my opinion. This is turn 9, turn 10. Tricky trail braking zone, very easy to go wide, just like Llama appeared to do before he lagged back into the track, with another DRS zone. Yeah, I think my internet's kind of pooping the bed right now, but that's okay. Hopefully the race isn't just like this. Back up the hill. See, 6th, 7th gear, and then down to probably like 4th gear here, and that's what Llama does. And then the last long straightaway, heading towards the final corner. Once again, about 100, maybe a little bit deeper than that. Kind of a tricky final corner here, actually. Easy to lose traction on exit. So let's see if this stands. So there we go. Llama in the 127s by a mile, 8/10 over FBI agent. We have a little bit of time to go through the order here. Yeah. Too early. Had a couple drivers that didn't even get their setups in. But for now, the starting grid for the 100% race. Llama on pole, FBI agent 3/4 of a second back. Kuruma, Noob plays P4. Just Nico in his PRL debut, P5. Furzy 6th. Gortsauce 7th. Spin and Win 8th. Heavy Chalice 9th. And Kitten Petter is 10th. Then we have Ace, JDJ, Toneless, Spot Up. The big jump there from 13 to 14. Echo, Bronco, Pixel Knight, Tar Heels, Vinny, and Ghost Viper got a DSQ, it appears. That could just be from going off the track and invalidating. Yeah, tricky with Parc Ferme. We do run Parc Ferme. Tricky for the 100% race because, and the one shot, because someone will inevitably ready up, but tough luck for those drivers, unfortunately. See, qualifying, usually we have a little bit more time to relax, watch everyone go around. Everything is builds up slowly. But with the one shot, that was just frantic. It's like, all right, I'm going to... So we're going to do the track map. We're going to give the lap breakdown. And suddenly everyone will have times on the board, and that's the starting grid. Let's see what kind of tires everyone's looking at. We got a lot of different options here. I have no idea what the strategy is going to be like. I think it's a two-stop. I think it's a two-stop. Yeah, full grid doing 100%. Yeah, I've never seen anything like this before, Frosty. I think even the other 100%s I've been involved with have been pretty good grids, but never a full grid like this. I think we will have a formation lap to get our bearings. Yeah, good luck to everyone. This is going to be a tough one. The 100% races are always just, I mean, it's a grind. On controller, especially, man, I'd go to bed with my wrists, like holding my wrists, just to help get some feeling back into them. Needs more. Okay, yeah. Let's see what happens. It's been very much been the Llama and FBI show the last couple of rounds. It's been a best of FBI the last 5 races consecutively. 100% race. Who knows what could happen? Something terrible could happen to either one of those drivers, or they could pull away from the field and finish a lap ahead. My hand's already sore from doing 20 laps of practice. Yeah. Yep. And this is a tough track for it too, especially braking on controller. Especially into like turns 9 and 10, that trail braking zone pointed out in qualifying. This is kind of a tough track on controller. And like Jesper said earlier, you can only win if you are in first lap 1, turn 1. So be as aggressive as possible. You want diversity, make a rain 100% Bahrain or Monaco. Yeah, 100% Monaco would be diabolical. Like, that would be... That's a crime. We have done a wet Bahrain race. Emphasis on the rain in Bahrain. I don't think it was 100% though. I think it was last season? Season before? So I'm imagining most everyone has set their tires for now. Maybe not Pixel Knight. I think he's trying to get his setup figured out with the Parc Ferme. Oh, here we go. Formation lap underway, and then we'll have 57 additional laps for the race. There was a 100% Bahrain race. That's tough. First, we'll show off the tires. Yeah, mediums and softs for the most part. Pixel Knight on the hards. FBI, Kuruma, Heavy Chalice, Ace, JDJ, Toneless, and Ghost Viper all on the softs. Everyone else on the mediums. Interested to see what the game thinks the best strategy is. Whatever the game says. Probably not that. Position change. That's going to be a crucial one in the opening laps. Man, I have been a little laggy so far. Hopefully that will not continue to be the case for the rest of the race. FBI back in the Chrome McLaren again. Let's see. Furzy is reserving. I think he's in the normal McLaren. Didn't get the memo there. Last week, both FBI and Obese Mode, the full-timers in McLaren, had the Chrome scheme going. Llama taking his time on the formation lap. Sometimes you'll see guys just rip through the formation lap, but he is taking his time. Game says soft, soft, medium, or soft, soft, hard. That could be a thing. I can imagine medium, medium, hard. Those starting on the softs, kind of the guinea pigs here. We'll see how the soft holds up. Oh yeah, I'm lagging pretty bad. See, I saw Spinnin went off the track back here while he was weaving. So Chad, any predictions 57 laps from now? Who will be our podium, our winner? Maybe any standout performances you foresee? We got 57 laps to get there from now once the lights turn on and then go out. I think Ghost Viper will definitely not finish P20. It's way too fast to be stuck in the back there. Got our handful of disqualifications. Just... oh man, I am lagging real bad. Oh man. Bronco win, absolutely. Certainly a possibility. 5 red lights, they are out, and we are underway from Bahrain. 57 laps. Ready to go. Noob making big gains. Kuruma falling back very, very quickly. What the hell is going on my screen? FBI and Llama side by side. Tough to go side by side here with cold tires, but they are fighting for the lead here. FBI will sneak by with the inside line. Noob right there with him as well. Guy still holding the inside line. I think Llama's going to have better traction, but will he get there? He will. HCL Llama will keep the lead of this race. Whoo, Nico running real wide here. PRL debut for him. Oh, we have damage to the front of Gord, it appears. I think I saw the wing damage. Yeah, missing an end plate there. So contact in the opening corners. And contact here as JDJ and Chalice go side by side into that tricky turn 10. Kuruma got off to a terrible start. He's down 5. Doesn't appear to have any damage, though. We have a lot of movers, that's for sure. Ace did not get a good start. He's down 9. Ghost Viper had a great start. He's up 5 from the back of the field, just taking advantage of chaos happening in front of him. Man, yeah, I'm kind of lagging. Don't dig that. So Llama holds off FBI agent in the opening sector and will lead the first lap. 56 remain. He and FBI agent have pulled away from Noob and Nico side by side into turn 1. Oh, big wobble there, at least on my screen. And he definitely has lost some traction. He's going to lose a bit of time now. Furzy might go on the attack here, looking for P4, but will tuck back into line. I think we lost spin. See if I can get an invite to him real quick. I think I have him on here. Perhaps. Ooh, no, doesn't look like it actually. That's unfortunate. So spin a win in the... there we go, he's back. JDJ is up 6. I must have missed that. He was getting by a heavy Chalice just a half lap ago, full lap ago now. Started 12th, he is in 6th. Gets by the damaged Gourd Sauce. Kuruma trying to get some spots back, but it has fallen a bit. Kitten Petter up 1, gets by, ooh, heavy Chalice with damage as well. Spot up trying to hold off Ghost Viper, who's on the charge, already up 7, not quite through 2 laps. Spot up going defensive, and Ghost Viper gets by as we got a terrible, terrible camera angle there. So now Ghost Viper looking to push here in the early going, making up some spots. Ace also trying to get back through the field after dropping. As Nico gets to the inside of Noob to take P3 and to turn 1. Runs a bit wide. He's going to have a chance to respond. Side by side. Tough to do, but leaves each other just enough room. Noob gets to the inside and will take P3. That opens the door for Furzy and JDJ. Furzy all the way to the inside. It's 3 wide, almost 4 wide. How did we get through clean? Nearly 4 wide into turn 4. Noob comes out P3, Furzy 4th, JDJ 5th, and Nico went from P3 into turn 1 to P6 as we enter sector 2. Wow. Just going super, super aggressive here on lap 3. Oh, wow. JDJ gets the inside of Furzy almost. Chance for chaos there. As we kind of predicted earlier, Llama and FBI Agent have already checked out 4 seconds up the road. But this battle for P3, we're going to keep an eye on for quite a while. We have a lot left, and I think this battle is going to be around for a bit. Gortsas even with damage, trying to hold on to this DRS train. Kuruma right behind him, though. Noob, JDJ, Furzy into P3. Gets by, Noob plays. Will Furzy have DRS? They're going to tuck in, go to the inside. But JDJ's going to stick to the outside to get past the Haas of Noob. Gets the inside turn 1, not quite any overlap. Be a little awkward there, but no contact. Nico Kuruma gets by. Gord Sauce, who's now going to have to go defensive against Kitten Petter. They are side by side into turn 4 as there's a battle further up the road as well. Turns in a bit of room left. We will continue to monitor P3, who it now belongs to JDJ, but as they continue to fight, leaders have checked out. JDJ started 12th, already up to P3 here on lap 4. These guys will continue to take turns as Kuruma has gone around, I think. Yep, has gone off here. What happened there? That's an interesting spot to be, and tough luck for Kuruma continues. Team Tar Heels. I don't think they were battling each other. It may have been 2 separate incidents. Yeah, tough luck once more for Kuruma. Has showed a ton of pace, but in midweek it's been hit or miss on the results. Plenty of time to make up all this time, though. So many laps remaining. Don't want to throw away your race too early, but there's always time to recover. So that DRS, or that battle for third, is now between 3 cars, as Nico has fallen away. Wonder if he was involved somehow. Because Kuruma was actually around Kitten Petter, Gord, Chalice. Noob gets to the inside, makes the overtake, runs a bit wide, and I think there's going to be better drive from the other 2 cars here, especially from Furzy, who's going to shoot by both of them. He's side by side with JDJ. He'll have the DRS as well, and doesn't actually get the overlap. JDJ keeps 3rd place. There we go, good aerial views here. Nico pulling back within DRS, so the train has extended once more. It's from 3rd to 11th. And Spinawin trying to make up some time he lost earlier from a lag out, I believe. So look at Ghost Viper gets the inside of the other Mercedes Toneless. Not quite as strong this year from the Mercedes duo. It's okay. Certainly a ton of pace between the two. I think it's just so much tougher in midweek nowadays. The battle might be cooling off a touch, but we're going to get another DRS overtake here on the front stretch. Actually does not quite get close enough, but the second DRS zone here in Sector 1. So I don't think we actually have, it's going to bring up the standings, but I don't think we have them updated from the previous race. JDJ certainly up there. He was P4 after round 5. Does engine temp really need managing in this game? Ooh. Good question. I actually don't know if I've raced enough to give an answer on that. Ramsey probably have more input than I. As Kuruma trying to make his way back through the field, he'll get by Vinny for P18. He'll be back within this scramble near the rear of the field. It certainly felt like it in last game that the engine temps meant something. So we're starting to get these kind of DRS trains, if you will. Spin and Win has attached himself to the rear. Furzy, probably, I don't think he's having as strong as a turn 2, 3, 4. And I think it's cost him a couple of times in the second DRS zone. Ace and Spot Up going at it to turn 1 in that section. Ace gets by Spot Up into P14. Between that train and them is Echo Alex, who's kind of running by himself. At least 2.5 seconds from the car in front and 4 seconds in front of the cars behind. Kind of check in on this group here for a sec. So Ace now P14. The Red Bulls of Spot Up and Bronco 15th and 16th. Pixel Knight just behind Bronco. Kuruma trying to make his way back through. Vinny and Tar Heels at the rear. I think Tar Heels had an incident earlier on. There we go. So at the front, the leader's running in the 133s. Llama had a 133 flat last time. A 133.8 for FBI Agent, so actually lost quite a bit of time. And then it's in the 134s from there on down. So these front two should continue to stretch their legs. I didn't miss what Ramsey said there. If you're trained for extended periods of time, engine will overheat a bit, cost and performance. I think our league's casual enough to get enough breaks of clean air. So yeah, only if you're stuck for a while. Is we got a car around, perhaps? No. Yes. So Echo is actually now behind Ace. May have had an off there. And Ghost Viper and Chalice try to battle out for P9. They are side by side. We'll kind of tune into this battle. So that Mega DRS train is broken apart a little bit. Gord falling back with his damage. Chalice falling back a bit further from that. And Ghost Viper, Spin and Win, Toneless all battling for kind of this P9 position. Looks like Furzy might get to the inside of JDJ this time. He will. I'll call that out. Also, yes, the dirty air in this game, very strong. Kind of filled in the tires more than the engine, my understanding. Still side by side here. Maybe a little bit of a bump. But Spin and Win trying to get past the Aston Martin, and he will. Viper still trying to stick here. Spin actually made up 2 spots there. And Toneless just kind of biding his time in the back. They're still side by side. Tough to go side by side here. They'll have to back out. Kind of cut the corner. Just trying to avoid contact. He will get to the inside. Once more, Ghost Viper and Chalice really going at it. Heavy Chalice prevails for now, but they have battled, and Spin and Win has pulled away already a second this lap. We're really scrapping here for P10. So Furzy had gotten by JDJ for third, briefly into turn one. I think he's obviously lost it at some point during the lap. Oh, Nico right on the back of New plays. This is the battle for P5. New will go kind of defensive, but very defensive. They go all the way to the inside and then back to the outside. Now it's 3 wide into turn one. Nico and Kittenpetter will get by Noob. Nico has the inside line. That'll turn to the outside. He'll run under the curb a bit and he'll lose some momentum. So these three scrapping as well on the medium tire. Looks like Kittenpetter was the big winner there. He went from 7th to 5th. Kind of want to go to this, see what Echo can do, trying to get back around Ace Edge here. Echo was P13, may have had an off, lost a couple of seconds, has fallen behind the Alpine of Ace. I have DRS here. I feel like that was a very late opening, though. And then just behind, actually, Bronco spot up trying to hold off Kuruma, who's on the softs. The Kuruma possibly a little bit of damage to those tires from his incident earlier. He's trying to pick back through the field, but it's kind of gotten stuck behind the Red Bulls. Staring at that Oracle logo for maybe a little bit longer than he would have liked. Might have a chance here, though, with DRS. Though the team game, Spot Up also has DRS from his teammate Spot Up, or Bronco just ahead. Spot Up and Spot Up. That's not how that works. Kuruma will get to the inside. Maybe touch of contact. Spot Up will remain ahead. Another chance for the Alpine driver to get by. And I think he's lagged out. Alright, that was anticlimactic. Furzy JDJ, we got to that just in time. JDJ to the inside. He's loved to go to the inside there at turn 10. We've seen it a handful of times already. Lap 11. But does not quite get by Furzy. McLaren, that's the good draw with the reserve. Always looking for points. And I believe they're our leaders in the constructors. Great shot down the front straight as we see JDJ in the foreground get to the inside, and we'll take P3 for the time being. See, Spin and Win has caught Gord Sauce. Gord's still nursing damage to the front wing. And now I think, oh man, Spin and Win, he'll get close and then he'll lag out. I think we have two drivers that have had some connection issues so far. Yeah, Llama and FBI are kind of on a different level right now, pace-wise. Really strong qualifyings, and they've pretty much checked out during each of the races. Say over one lap, Spin and Win is pretty close, but obviously did not have a great qualifying, and now with the connection issues, it really cost them during the race. Yeah, he's going to get drawn back towards Ghost Viper here. Here, let me see if I have... Do I have Spin? See if I don't look right over him. Alright, I don't see him on my list, so... It's a tough first spin to win, and Kuruma for that matter. And Kuruma expressing his displeasure in chat with his internet provider. Does anyone really like their internet provider? I think we just tolerate whoever we have to get service from. And our first time penalty of the day, Heavy Chalice. Come on down, 3-second time penalty for track limits. We are lap 13. Not quite a quarter way through this race, but this will certainly not be the last one. I think it's going to be really, really tough to find anyone that gets our bonus points for no track limit warnings. So Pixel Knight actually got by spot up into P16. He's on the hards, so this is where the hards might really shine. He's the only driver on the hards. Medium's starting to fall away. Soft's definitely starting to fall away. So we're expecting the 2 stop. I don't know what the window would be there, but I think JDJ has found it, and it's right now. He comes in to get rid of the soft tires after 13 laps around Bahrain. V-Car will come in. He's pitting from P3. And he'll go on to the hard tires. Certainly too early for a one-stop, and I only bring up the one-stop because I guess it's theoretically a possibility. I just don't see it working. He actually comes out side by side with his teammate, Pixel Knight, and that got a little iffy there. He'll come up just behind and will lose a bit of time. But Pixel Knight lets him get to the inside, and much fresher tires release his teammate to start picking back through the field, minimizing the loss of time. Wonder if that draws a response from any of the drivers around JDJ, such as Furzy or Kitten Petter or Noob or Nico. I think the difference is he started on the softs. JDJ did. The rest are on the mediums. I imagine they're trying to go a bit further. Trying to take advantage of that as Noob and Nico. With Sauber getting DRS and making the move well before turn 1. Keep an eye and see if Noob makes a response into turn 4. But he's not really going to be close enough. Driver's going really wide. Let's see if Viper does it too. Out onto the curb on entry to get the angle set up for turn 4. Turn 4 is a tricky one. Oh, wow. Quite a bit of a battle here. 4 cars in close proximity. Bronco dives to the inside. He'll get by Ace. JDJ trying to get spots on those new tires. He's side-by-side with the Alpine. Tough to go side-by-side here, as we mentioned. A bit of a tap. And we'll have the inside line for the heavy braking zone. Very, very tight racing here. A bit of contact, and they have run each other off. So JJ will lose a spot or 2 in the process. Oh, man, bad braking here, and it turns into bumper cars here. They get into the back of Echo. See if there's any damage. Yeah, JJ, yep, has a missing end plate. Got into the back of the Haas, braking into turn 9, turn 10. Ace has lost a couple spots. Pixel Knight also missing the end plate. And Spot Up has rejoined this party. A bit of beating and banging here for P13. Bronco was at the front of that group, and he's kind of checked out. Made a good move into turn 4, and hasn't had to worry about any of the stuff that happened in the sector afterwards, but JDJ had just come in for new tires and now has wing damage that he's going to have to nurse for the rest of the stint. Pixel Knight's going to call it on the hards. Only driver started on the hards, but ditching him pretty early here. It's for the wing change. Yeah, he's going to go on to the softs. Interesting to see how the rest of the race plays out for him, strategy-wise. Man, haven't been able to get Kuruma back in. What about spin? I may have missed that. He doesn't look like a ghost, so... maybe? JJ getting onto the back of Bronco now. But man, yeah, this lack of the lack of end plate's gonna hurt him through this section with the kind of high-speed corners. Really gonna feel it with the lack of downforce. Chalice in. He's going to ditch the softs. Oh, we've got a car round. Echo Alex loses it in the final corner. And we have a caution. Oh, wait. Saw Spot Up dive towards the pit lane. Is that a full safety car? It's not saying full safety car on my screen, but the safety car has come out of the pits. We saw Spot Up dive towards the pit lane trying to get in before the safety car is deployed, and he just couldn't get there in time. Vinny, Ace, Tar Heels, Kuruma have all come in. Not what you wanted to see is Llama and FBI agent who had checked out. Top two had disappeared. And very unfortunate for Echo, who is DNF'd in the process. I think we mentioned in qualifying, that final corner, very easy to lose traction, try to get on the throttle a touch too early before you've straightened out. And I think it's probably what happened to the Haas driver. An eventful couple of laps, but the final laps of his race. I think everybody will be in, unless they had just put on new tires. JDJ might take a chance just to switch his wing out. Llama goes on to the softs. So we've had a spread out enough field where there shouldn't be too many position changes. Just a bit of a reset here on lap 18. About a third of the way through this race. Everybody's coming in. Oh, wow. So JDJ, 10-second penalty for speeding into the pit lane. I saw them pass each other on the way in. Chalice had just come in to put on tires, so he's going to come out ahead of this group into P9. A little bit of everything on this second stint. We've got the McLarens going on to mediums. We've got a couple of soft runners, a couple of hard runners. But all under 2 laps old. I think I'm going to take the chance to grab something to drink while the field gets bunched up behind the safety car. So we're back. Looks like, let's see, JDJ came in. He's coming in to clear that penalty he picked up. Toneless had just come in as well. He actually ditched, I think he was on hards, put the mediums on. Tough going for JDJ. He'll restart in 19th, the final car on track. I guess, poor pit stop timing, and then picked up the damage, and then picked up the penalty. It's just kind of a little off form in the last few laps. Kid Petter says, completely lost force feedback there at the end of that last stint. Yeah, not very fun. Congrats on your P4 running position, though. It truly is going to be a battle for P3. Lost tone. Let's see if I can get it back real quick. I'm going to keep checking to see if I have these guys, and I'm not going to have them. But, oh, here we go. Yeah, I was just saying, you moved all over the place, JJ. While we're under safety car, I'll take the moment to plug just the league in general. If you're checking this out on Twitch and you want to be a part of this, the link to our Discord is in the stream channel. So just click on that. Should have a link to the Discord. We'd love to have you. If you're new to racing, if you've done it for forever, we'd love to have you. Regardless, we'll take guys of all kinds of pace levels, experience levels. Also going to take the time to plug the TikTok, which has been active recently. I think our Edmonds has been posting pole laps on the TikTok, so check that out if you haven't already. Great start, good chance that undercut has been ruined. Yeah, this is the thing about 100% races, a lot of time for shit to hit the fan. But also plenty of time to make some time back up and climb back up the order. So, especially with the field all bunched together, who knows what could happen. At our usual 50% distance, I think we'd be, what, 8 laps to go? 9 laps to go? It's a 29-lap race. But still, over half the race remaining. It's 9:15. This is going to be a long night. So soft seems to be the favorite tire for this stint. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the softs. 5 on the mediums and 5 on the hards. Checking to see which drivers absolutely legally have to stop again. That's Furzy, Ace Edge, Kuruma. So I don't think anyone's getting to the end, regardless. Unless you're on the hards. Maybe the hard runners. It just would really, really suck. Keep an eye out for that. Those 5 drivers on the hard tire. So we're going to look at our biggest movers for now. So Ghost Viper started at the back of the field. He's been fighting in the upper midfield and is now at P7. That's up 13 spots. By far our biggest mover. Vinny Sips started next to him on the grid, is up to 12th. That's up 7 spots. Kitten Petter, despite his lack of force feedback, went from 10th to 4th in that stint, up 6 spots. It's really our biggest movers. Furzy up 3, Pixel Knight up 3. Kuruma missing out, he's lost 13 spots. Still hasn't really been able to get back in. JDJ, we've seen how his race has gone so far. Plenty of time to make up some spots. As the safety car is in this lap, we'll go back to green flag racing. Llama going to wait as long as possible. Field bunched up. It certainly is quite a sight to behold. 20 cars crawling down this very long straight at Bahrain before the final corner. Let's see when he goes. Right there, right in the middle of the corner. So Llama gets on the gas, and we are back to green flag conditions at Bahrain. Driver's tucked in for now. Looks like Spin and Win gets by Heavy Chalice. We have some movement in the back as well. Furzy losing out. He loses 2 spots in turn 1. Trying to get one back on Nico. So Nico and Kittenpetter got by side into 4. Keeping it close. Maybe a little bit of a wobble. Don't know if there's a touch there, but Nico holds P4. Furzy 5th. Ghost Viper finds a spot on the restart. We've got movement in the midfield as well. Pixel Knight and Spot Up and Vinny all exchanging spots. We got to get on that. So he gets the inside. They are all on top of each other. Let's keep an eye on this one. Spot Up and Toneless involved as well. We have a yellow? Question mark? I think we're just in a state of permanent yellow flags. So quite a bit of a battle, but kind of missed the visual on it. But Pixel Knight up to P12, Vinny 13th, Spot Up 14th. And I think Toneless was losing out there. He is in 15th. Bronco and the Ghost of Kuruma. Let's get back towards the front now. Ace and Spin and Win exchanging spots as well, but Llama 2.2 seconds already after a lap of green flag. Man, can I get rid of this permanent caution? Actually brings FBI agent back towards Kittenpetter. Just do that for now. So Kittenpetter already, he's looking for another step on the podium. And then what the hell is going on back here, boys? We've got a couple battles through the field, but I want to give these guys a bit of a shout. Spot Up holding off Toneless and JDJ. JDJ trying to scrap back through the field after a rough couple of laps. While the field is still together trying to make up these spots. He has been quite aggressive into turn 10, and Bronco win maybe a little too aggressive there. Speaking of which, Toneless gets to the inside of Spot Up, though. Still holding side by side. There's a lot of different lanes through this corner. JDJ thought about making a third one. Spot Up to the inside of the Mercedes. Been flashbacks to a previous era of real-life Formula 1. Without the V-carb, of course. Spot Up won't quite get to the inside, so Toneless will stay ahead. JDJ gives it a little bit of a bump. They'll go side by side. And JDJ will get up in front of the Red Bull. We'll have a chance at the Mercedes. Tucks in, pulls out at the last moment. Gets to the inside. There's plenty of room. Ooh. So it looked like he was going to kind of run a little bit wider and then just kind of cut the wheel. Toneless, not a lot of time to react. A little bit of a bump, but I don't think there's any damage there. Let's see, Ace Edge. Go back up to him in P7. So Ace was fighting around 9th, 10th, 11th for a bit. He is currently P7. Leading this little train with Spin and Win, but just behind. Spin and Win's had quite the eventful race. And Heavy Chalice just behind him. Chalice nursing some wing damage. I think he had some earlier, maybe just forgot to replace the wing on his pit stop. Gourd Sauce has a brand new wing after hurting his, I think, on like the first turn of the race. And New Plays is P11. He was up in the top 5 for a lot of this. So there's a bit of time to go, make his way back up there. And the guys in front of him all have penalties. I think we'll just have a yellow flag in Sector 3 for the remainder of this race, which is infuriating. Nothing's been infuriating so far for this man, though. HTL Llama pulling away once more. He's 4 seconds up the road from FBI Agent, his closest rival. FBI Agent a lot closer to Kit Petter just behind. The Ferrari won't have a chance to make a move here. But he had checked out from P3 in that first stint. It's a lot closer so far in the second stint. Nico just behind as well. Maybe just on the outer edges of DRS. Might not get it in this next zone. Furzy, who was running P3 on the restart, has dropped back to P5 and is still on the back of the Sauber. Whew, big wobble there from Nico, I thought I saw. Ghost Viper, a couple seconds back from them. And then this battle here. Ace Edge, spin and win. Oh, car in the wall. Was that Gourd Sauce? Big, big moment for him out of 10. All the way towards the wall, careening back towards the track, but is able to maintain control. That was, I thought that was P19, just destined for the Mercedes there, but he holds on to it, does pick up another time penalty, but a lot better than the DNF that there was a 95% chance was going to happen there. He falls to the rear of this train, and Pixel Knight loves to see that. Did Gourd pick up some damage there? Oh, he's calling it quits. Gourd Sauce retires from the session. So that will be a DNF for him in a sense. Down to P19 he goes. So you go spin it, went to the outside of Ace Edge. Won't get close enough to make a move though. It's going to take a much tighter line so we get a better run. It's going to be kind of cramped here into turn 10. We see what happens when cars get too close into this braking zone. Don't think anything happened there. That was unsavory. A big moment from Heavy Chalice, though. Loses the rear of the car. Slides down to the bottom of the track. He's going to lose a spot to the Haas of New Plays. Good save there. That's consecutive laps we've seen some issues out of turn 10. And Chalice still nursing that lack of downforce. Certainly felt it there. Oh, Furzy got by Nico. DRS overtake on the front straight, excuse me. Well before the braking zone. It's going to leave Nico with a chance to respond here. And spin and win. Side by side and getting the pass on Ace Edge. Ace kind of dives to the inside. Room is afforded. I think Spin's going to have a much better launch out of the corner, though. Though the Alpine will have DRS this time. Gets the inside. I was going to say slam dunk move. And it will be in the end. So now these four will continue to fight for P7. Spin launching back around the outside. They try to go side by side. And the Ferrari will take P7 on track. Gourd says controller lost all force feedback, was not going to do the rest of the race with it like that. Fair enough. It's tough to do. It's like you're not even driving a car at that point. You're having no responsiveness from the car, no feel. It's impossible. Whew, a spin. Took maybe a little bit too much curb there. Going to dive to the inside. I thought they were going to hop in the pit lane for a sec. So Ace went super defensive. Spin's going to go around the outside, though, and Ace is going to have to watch a couple cars drive by. Noob, side by side. Ace will have the inside line. Let's see. Oof, it's tough to go side by side into 3, and Noob has to back out. He's going to lose a ton of time here on the run down to 4. That might open the door to Chalice. Won't quite get there. Two others have joined the party here. It was 4 is now 6. JDJ and Toneless join this train. I think with the time penalties, JDJ is sitting P7, but I think he still wants those positions on track, try to get closer to Ghost Viper, because there's still literally half a race to go. It's a nice little camera shot. Back in the field, starting to spread out here in the second stint. Pixelnight 13th. Spada, Bronco, Vinny, Kuruma, and Tar Heels. And starting to spread out up front, too. Llama 5.5 seconds clear of FBI Agent, who still has Kitten Petter all over the rear. Kitten Petter is going to be seeing chrome. Verzi P4 with Nico just behind, so the McLarens leading their respective pairs. Ghost Viper running all by himself, P6. Saw a wobble there from Spin, exit of 4. Lead this train. There we go. And he'll run a little bit wide. We see that just in front. He'll pick up another time penalty. Ooh, massive oversteer moment for Ace out of the corner. He's going to lose a bit of time. And that's going to put Noob right on the rear of him. Will Ace have DRS? I don't think so. Well, maybe he did. He had fallen out of that 1 second mark, but brings it back within 3/4 of a second. Chalice starting to fall away, and I think that lack of front downforce starting to hurt that Aston Martin. JDJ smells blood in the water. He's going to have a chance here, I think. Yeah, much better exit. All over the rear. Face full of Aramco, and JDJ will move back into 10th position. Toneless follows in the Mercedes. They're side-by-side into 1. Tough to go side-by-side with that lack of downforce. Kind of maybe a little bit of a slide job there through turn 3. But Toneless is going to have a shot here, and he's going to take it. DRS once more. Pass into turn 4. Bars there. And it's starting to be a bit of a struggle there for Chalice with the lack of downforce. Let's see. Let's get that detail back up. Yeah, been about 12 laps since everyone made those pit stops. 13. Not quite to the pit window, but I know Chalice is really looking forward to it. And it's a shame because he's on the hards too. Wants to take those a lot longer than the others are taking their mediums and softs. FBI pulled a little bit of time from Kitten Petter. that time around. 3.5 tenths. So went from just on the fringes of DRS to breaking that DRS. HTL Llama 132.7 last time, 132.9 for FBI Agent, and a 133.3. We'll round it up for Kitten Petter. A lot of 133.7s in the field that time around. Ace and Noob, actually their fastest laps of the race at 133.7. Within 0.02 of each other, too. They are attached time-wise. As JDJ and Toneless, I think Toneless may have gotten by earlier in the lap. JDJ takes it back. JDJ's hoping to get to the point where he doesn't have to think about Toneless and Chalice behind, but really looking at Noob and Ace and Spin ahead. Still a couple seconds between them. He was 0.2 slower than that group last time around. Toneless to the inside. Chalice might have a run here on the outside. Kind of tucks back in. They will both have DRS, so won't have that helping the Aston Martin. Switch it quickly over to Ace and Noob. They are battling once more. They have been for a few laps now. Ace went defensive. Noob looked to the outside. Couldn't get close enough for the move. Both very fair, clean drivers. Both very aggressive drivers. So they are fighting tooth and nail for this position on track P8. Kind of wanted to take a look here at Kitten Petter, who is starting to drop some time as this stint goes on. Furzy in DRS now. Nico not too far behind him. And Kitten Petter, let's see what the last times were. 0.8 slower than the car in front, FBI. So now starting to drop quite a few tenths every lap, falling towards Furzy, who was 0.7 faster that time. Soft's not feeling quite as good. Our check-in with Noob and Ace. Pretty much appointment television, these two into turn 1 and into turn 4. Noob will hold it for now. Just wonder if maybe he was pushing a bit hard to try to stay onto the back of FBI. And in the early stages it worked fine on the softs, but as the stint has gone on, soft's starting to wear a bit quicker and quicker, the dirty air, and he's lost quite a bit of time over the last few laps. I think Furzy will have a shot here into turn 1 with DRS. Gets to the inside. They will be side by side into the heavy braking zone. And Furzy was in P3 a lot of the first stint. He will take it back here in the second. JDJ into the pit lane. He's going to get rid of those 15-lap-old softs, perhaps going to the hards to finish. He had the hards on for a couple of laps under the safety car, I believe. Pixel Knight will join him. Pixel Knight on 18-lap-old softs. He started on the hards, I remember. He's going to have to take whatever tires. It'll be mediums for Pixel Knight. Hards for JDJ. That actually ended up being a little bit of a double stack, huh? I imagine it's going to be the rest of the way for JDJ and possibly rest of the way for Pixel Knight. 23 laps on the mediums. We'll see what happens. Could be pushing it. Certainly doable, but whew. Those things will be screaming. Spin and Win has started to reel in Ghost Viper for P6. Was a full second faster last time, actually. So that's Scarlet Ferrari with the Williams in his sights. Spin and Win is taking full advantage of the battling between Noob and Ace Edge. It's cleared out. They were all together. He's now 5 seconds up the road from the Haas. Ace actually starting to fall away from Noob now as well. And I think, yep, he's going to call it there on this stint. Ace 17 laps on the softs is enough for him. 22 laps to go. I imagine it won't be another set of softs. It will be the mediums. All right, so maybe mediums can get to the end from here. So there would be surprise, like they shouldn't make it. It's just how will they feel? Will JDJ jump him? He will. So JDJ was involved in that group. He was just behind, so the undercut kind of works for the V car. Has the hards up the temp and Ace just behind, but Ace on the new mediums. Something to keep an eye out for. And we'll keep an eye on the rest of this group, see if they also start to respond. Spinowin really shoving with those 17-lap-old hards. Feel better than those 17-lap-old mediums. He took another 1.1 seconds out of the gap to the Williams. He should have, well, he won't have DRS in this next zone, but perhaps after turn 1, into that, down into turn 4, they start to get whiffs of DRS. Already within the second. Running very wide. It's been reeling him in by about half a second so far through the lap. Running very wide out of the S's. Got him within his sights. He knows he has to get clear and also start pulling away because of the time penalty offset. Scarlet Ferrari should have a real shot here. He's got the DRS open, probably dumping some battery too. Gets to the inside and will complete the move before they get on the brakes into turn 1. Let's see if he timed it just right to maintain DRS. It's tough to do though. I think the Williams will have it. See if he'll have a chance to respond. Ghost Viper on the back of the Ferrari will not get there though. So at this stage, the hard's probably feeling a little bit better than the mediums. And Spin has taken advantage of that to reel in Ghost Viper and get by. Won't say this battle is quite decided. Even when DRS can't quite get there into turn 11. It's kind of bounce around a little bit through the order. So Kitten Petter has remained on the back of Furzy. After he lost P3 to him a couple of laps ago. I don't think we've given Tar Heels much screen time. Running P17 in the Aston Martin. On the hard stint, always a tough one. Was in the booth with me last week. It was great to have him. I'm sure he's much happier actually able to race though, so good for him. Pixel Knight on the newer mediums, P16. I think that could have been his last stop. Vinny Sips riding around on the hards as well. And Bronco coming into the pit lane. He's going to ditch those softs after 18 laps. Ace has made it to the back of JDJ, but has picked up another time penalty. He's got the one lap fresher mediums here to the hards. This is a battle for position. So we've got a car around. We've got yellows. I don't know what's going on. The map is doing some weird things at points. Wait, we're running a little wide there. Don't know if that was enough for track limits, though. Keep an eye on this in the battle for P12. So we're running inside the top 10 before pitting. So I couldn't tell you exactly where this might be. P8, P9? With some stops still to go in front of them. Ace all over the back, even with DRS. Kitten Petter, we see, will hop into the pits. The Ferrari. He puts the softs on. He's ready to go 18 laps. Excuse me. Nico is in. Toneless is in. So I think right here is where the final stint begins. Trying to undercut those in front. Whew. Chalice comes out with Kitten Petter. Had a bit of a run, couldn't do anything with it. With the car coming out of the pit lane just in front. So no, I think Kitten Petter trying to box a little bit earlier to get back towards, or past Furzy for P3. Trying to work the undercut there. Gets out ahead of Chalice, which was big. Nico on new tires as well. Thomas coming out by himself, which is good. Ace still there with JDJ. Our race leader, who we haven't talked too much about, HTL Llama in for his stop. That'll give the lead on track to FBI Agent. We're running a little bit longer. We lost Spin and Win again. I feel like all you could do is laugh at this point. He is fighting for trying to get up into the top 6. Because the internet has had other plans so far today. So Ghost Viper will get that position. I think Spin would want a box at this point too. Or he's real close to thinking about it. Spot up triples and the other Red Bull will come in to pit 22 laps on the softs that time. The Ghost of Coolruma also pushing those softs just as long. Want to see what kind of lap times Llama can put in now with the fresh, soft rubber. Well, it says he's gone purple in Sector 2, so... Nico got by Chalice for P8. That's fresh softs against old hards. And FBI agent will jump into the pits now. So it gives up the lead to Furzy on track, his teammate for the evening. But Furzy has Llama all over the rear. Chef DRS, oh wow, run wide. Furzy went defensive there on the exit, went to the high side, maybe a little bit of a pinch. Will hold on to the lead. Llama just begging to get by with the new softs all over the rear of the McLaren. But Furzy's not going to give it to him. There's a collision. Gets it to the back of him. And that's not how you want to do it, but Llama is back in the lead. And he has some severe wing damage, actually. What kind of damage to the rear Furzy may have. Yeah, that's considerable damage to the wing. He had just pit. He's going to have to do it again. Unless he wants to try to ride around here with the damaged wing and just try to hold on to as much time as possible. But FBI agent, 10.5 seconds back on the fresh rubber. He could certainly lose all that time. Does he do what he kind of did last week? Not this time. Realized in the aftermath he was going to have to make a second stop last week when he pit from the lead. It's not entirely necessary this time around, but man, with that damage, I'm sure the thought has crossed his mind. Furzy in for his stop puts on the softs. The undercut from Kitten Petter works, and Nico will get by as well. Some of that probably due to the spin. There's Ghost Viper P6. JDJ inherits P7 as Chalice is in the pit lane. Noob and Ace reunited once more. They continue their battle. Noob on fresh softs compared to the older mediums that Ace has. Toneless is involved as well. Would be interested to see if the stewards have to take a look at that incident between Llama and Furzy. I feel like I didn't get the greatest look at it, or I wasn't analyzing it in the moment, but... So did Furzy move across while trying to get ready for the corner, or did Llama just kind of outbrake himself and get to the rear of the McLaren? So it says he's put in a purple time there. Purple Sector 1. FBI did put down the fastest lap of the race last time by. Actually, some movement back here when I get to that. He was 4/10 faster than Llama that previous lap. So even with the damage, Llama holding on, but 14 laps to go. Noob got by JDJ. And I think Toneless got by Ace as well. That's P7, P9. Spot Up getting by Vinny into turn 1. Big tire offset there. So Llama pushed that time around 1:30.27, the fastest lap of the race. Pulled 3/10 on FBI Agent. Or actually, let's see. Oh, it was even more than that. Must have been a mistake somewhere for FBI. He was in the 1:32, so lost quite a bit of time. I believe this is JDJ and Toneless. Toneless to the outside. Slam dunk DRS overtake. Oh, we still haven't been able to get spin and went back in. Just making sure I didn't have spin and win on PlayStation or anything. Yeah, Spin was looking for it was a fight for the top 6. Could have been into the top 5, but we'll call them mechanical issues. Send him back towards the midfield. FBI Agent, it's his turn to respond. 1:30.1. That was 1.7 seconds faster than Llama. So they're each taking big chunks out of the other every other lap. Llama's still dealing with that wing damage. So they're just taking turns pushing. And ultimately it's a difference of a couple of 2 or 3 tenths every 2 laps. We'll check in on Ace and JDJ once more. So Ace really the only driver within DRS range right now on track. I feel like if EA could figure out how to do a 75% race option, that would be fantastic. I mean, 50 feels great. I think it's a good bite size. Like a 45-minute race feels awesome. But if there was 75% is hour and 5 minutes. As Ace gets to the inside of JDJ, a bit of a collision there, and there is carbon fiber in the road. These two have been going at it for quite a bit of this race. They had contact earlier and contact once more. It cost JDJ an end plate. Again, frustrating here. These two going. I think the gloves are off now. They got entangled up into turn 8. We'll call it turn 8. After the S's. Ace to the inside into turn 11. And they're still wheel banging. To the inside. Big dive there. Plenty of room, though. The track is at least wide, and they're doing all of this in Heavy Chalice just watching as he's been brought into the fray. They are barely giving each other an inch. And if I'm Chalice, I'm saying, yes, keep doing this, but also I don't want to get too close because if something happens, I don't want to be involved in it. Chalice does get by Ace here. See his DRS. He'll get to the back of JDJ. It's like, I have damage already. I don't need more. Just let me pick my way through, and you guys can go back to whatever you want to do. Takes the outside line. He's on much better tires than these two, and he has made somewhat quick work of the pair. Kind of separated them in the process, maybe for their own good. Pixel not getting by the Ghost of Spin and Win. So Chalice holding off JDJ, who had DRS that time. I think he's just going to try to stretch it a little bit more. Don't have to worry about it on the front straightaway. See if he can push. Whew. Now this is a long one. It is now 10 o'clock my local time. I'm really starting to feel it. We still have 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go. Let's see if I can break down every single driver's race in the field. After we watch a bit of a bump from Chalice as JJ gets by. These two are going to continue to tussle. How goes it, Gord? I know that wasn't exactly what you wanted to deal with in the middle of a race. Sorry that that happened. Alright, from the top. HTL Llama started on pole. He's been out front at every moment except for when he's been in the pit lane. FBI agent started on the front row with him, was able to hang for a little bit, but has been a couple of seconds slower through each of the stints, now 12.5 seconds behind. Kitten Petter was on the back of the FBI agent for a bit and has fought his way back through the field into P3. Hold on 1 second, I need to get my audio to work. Oh. Alright. Headphones do not want to work. I've got a car around. That's going to interrupt it. Is that Ace Edge? That was Ace Edge going around. He's dropped a bit of time. Let's see, Nico is in his first PRL race, I believe. Fought his way through the upper midfield, hanging out in P4. He's been around the top 5 most of the day. Furzy, as high as 3rd place. Got into a bit of an incident with Llama. They're on different strategies at that point. We're going to go to Ace, take another look. It's been a rough lap, but there is no wing remaining on that Alpine. What was going to be a good top 8 finish has now turned into a P18 for Ace as he retires in the pits. Back through the field, Ghost Viper has been in P6 pretty much the entirety of this race. Noob fighting in the upper midfield has somewhat emerged victorious into P7. He's run away from the rest of this. Tomeless P8. He was running in the, I think, 11th or 12th for a lot of this race, so he's taken advantage of some battles and moved up. JDJ, very eventful. Climbed 9 spots early. Boxed early to try to undercut. He is side by side with Chalice here for P9. Both missing the same end plate. And side by side through some high-speed corners. Kind of some risky business there with the lack of downforce. Was up 9, boxed early, got damage, got a penalty, and has settled into this midfield group. Heavy Chalice Kind of a similar story, but has stayed in the midfield, has been dealing with damage most of the race, if not like all this race. Pixel Knight was the only driver to start on the hards. Isn't working with their actual setup, but has hung out in P11. Keeping an eye on this pair. This is really the only battle on track for now. JJ gets the inside. They turn into each other. Maybe a bit of an early turn in there from the Aston Martin. Spin and win has been all through the field, but has lost connection multiple times. He's about to get overtaken by spot up triples. Will spot up do it this time? No need to get to the inside. Just break through him, as he is a mere phantom. So they'll move spot up into P12. There's spin and win. Bronco. Really both spot up and Bronco hanging out in the mid-teens. Getting into some battles early on, and the field has started to stretch out around them. Vinny Sips still on the hard tire, taking him the distance. And start at P19. Tar Heel's pretty much the same. So I think he's ghosted just because he's getting lapped, perhaps? 33 laps on the hards, and Kuruma has been ghosted for most of this race. Lost connection, unfortunately. So that was your 17 drivers still in. Ace Edge was in the midfield. Got into a couple of incidents and then completely lost the front wing. Called it there. Gord Sauce lost force feedback, unfortunately, in the controller and retired in the pits. And Echo Alex lost the rear out of the final corner. It's brought out the only safety car we've had today. That's your full rundown, and I'm surprised I had enough to get through everybody and that I had something for everybody. Whew. It has quieted down quite a bit here in the later stages. Llama starting to pick his way through traffic. Field starting to spread. Everyone dealing with the tire wear. We've got another car around. A yellow just for a moment in Sector 2. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. It's fortunate and unfortunate. Kuruma out of the server. Oh, there we go. But Kuruma leaving his full-time position. HTL Llama would be getting the full-time ride, which would make him championship eligible. And I don't think we had standings from the last race, but he's either in the lead or within a couple of points of FBI agent. Hard to pick up points, though, when the guy you're chasing is finishing second place when you finish first every race. Like, there's a couple of points there, but it's a slow game. But I don't think we'll have to hypothesize for much longer if Llama does get that full-time spot. Furzy is drawn back to Nico. He's within a second. He was about 8/10 faster the last time around, and he's well within DRS in this zone. Going very defensive, then swerving back to the outside is Nico. Interesting move there. He'll hold on to the spot. As Llama takes the, what is it? It's 5 laps to go now. Lap 53 of 57. Long back straight. Furzy all over the back of Nico. I think Furzy in his 3rd PRO midweek race. Nico in his 1st. So a pair of relative newcomers. And the McLaren gets by pretty early on the straight. Apologies if there's any game noise feedback through the mic. I don't know if that would be a thing. I usually have it so my headphones are in. But it only works 90% of the time. I think we're in the 10% of the time right now. Here, that Sauber still trying to stay right on the back of the McLaren. There you go. Yeah, all the top 9 all on softs. Yeah, I wouldn't want anyone in here to, like, I don't know, have to walk 10 miles tomorrow or something. If you're doing this on wheels and pedals, you're going to be sore. You're going to feel it in those calves. And if you're on controller, then try not to do anything with your hands tomorrow. Be a good soccer day. No hands allowed. Maybe a little hand massage. Make sure you get your lotion on. Hey, if your force feedback was what stopped working in the controller, it just needs a little smack to get it going again, right? Doesn't do what you want. Usually physical abuse will do the trick. One of the bumpers flew off. Oh no. What I'm hearing is you just need to drop a couple $100 on a wheel. Just make the jump. Hop over to Llama, see where he is on the lap after turn 4. So within 3 laps to go in this one, it has calmed down a bit in the final stages. I mentioned the only battle on track really is for P4. Kitten Petter, really outstanding job, I'd say. He was dealing with some force feedback issues as well in quali, or maybe early in the race, one of those two. So he'll climb his way up to P3. He's been chilling there pretty comfortably for the last stint. Furzy was up there as well, battling. He's fallen away, though, as well as Nico. Ghost Viper, another impressive performance. Did not get a clean lap in qualifying. It's a P6. JDJ, oh, just 3 laps to go, man. Just 3 laps to go, but he calls it quits in the pits. Here's our 4th retirement of the race. Very much an up and down race for JDJ. Had to move spot up a couple of spots. Spin and win, or what's remaining of him. Bronco, Vinny, Tar Heels, Cool Room will all find some spots. I do think one of my takes is that if you're not in... If you're ghosted for the entire race, we'll just move you to the back of the field. That's kind of what I think. JJ says he can't walk. It's like, come on, man, just 3 more laps. If you can't walk already, what, you can't walk more? So 100% races doesn't do it for JDJ. And I do not blame you. Llama, just 4 sectors left. Oh, it's 3 a.m. where you... I got you. Do forget which handful of you guys are joining us from across the big pond. So we watch Llama take the white flag to start the final lap of 57. It has been quite a long evening. Very long for our European brethren. But Llama has been pretty much untouched. He's lost the lead in the pit cycles. Maybe a bit of an incident with Furzy. It's been the peak of the excitement of his race, but he has been cruising. Boring is good when you're out in front. Looks like Furzy has pulled away enough from Nico. Oh, wow. He's on the back of Kitten Petter, actually. How did I miss that? Just glanced over that somehow, but Llama, just one sector remaining. Is Kitten Petter out of fuel, maybe? He is dropping a lot of time here. He lost 8/10 last time by. And he's really losing a ton of time through this final lap. HTL Llama, I think, makes it 6 in a row here. I think we're starting to lose count. 6 victories in a row here in midweek for the reserve. Takes the checkered flag. Let's see if Kitten Petter can hold off Furzy for that final podium spot. I didn't think this was going to be much of a race for P3, and it is really tightened here in the last few laps. Nico goes wide in the background. He'll pick up a penalty. Don't think that'll matter too much in the long run. FBI takes the flag second. Petter going to go defensive. And he's going to hold on. I don't know what kind of mistakes were made over those last few laps, but Kitten Petter holds on to P3, Furzy P4, Nico 5th, and his PRL debut. Ghost Viper starting from 20th on the grid, a very respectable 6th, and he was up there for a lot of the race. Wow. Oh, no feedback on the pad for the last 40 laps or so. That's rough. We get Noob, Tomeless, Heavy Chalice, and now we're fighting for P10. Pixel Knight trying to hold off Spot Up. There were none of these battles going on for like the last 10 laps, and the last few laps has turned into quite a few of them. Pixel Knight holds off Spot Up, though, for the final spot in the top 10. Whew. I'm tired just from watching you guys and having to run my mouth. Another week, another dub for HTL Llama, and another All-American podium. There had to be exactly 0 All-American podiums for like the first 12 seasons of PRL. That's my guess. Here we go. Fastest lap goes to FBI Agent. Driver of the day, the game gives to Ghost Viper, and for the most overtakes, it goes to Ghost Viper. I would tend to agree. I think gaining 14 spots and then making it, or being able to have a boring race in the top 6 is pretty good. Spot Up, I think, once again given cleanest driver. I think he's been given that recently. So Llama, P1, FBI Agent, and Kitten Petter, your podium. Furzy, Nico, around the top 5. Ghost Viper, P6. Then Noob, Tomeless, Heavy Chalice, and Pixel Knight, your top 10. Spot Up, Bronco, Spin and Win, Vinny Sips, Tar Heels, the 15th. Kuruma, and then some DNFs of JDJ, Ace Edge, Gourd Sauce, and Echo Alex. And I'm not going to be able to get the race director, I don't think. Let's see. It's going to be too long of a race director. Well, if you're still around, thanks for sticking around. It's been a long one this evening. It should be much shorter next week. Next Wednesday, where are we? It's not a 100% race, that's for sure. We're at Spain. So same time next week, back to our usual format at Catalonia. For tonight, I've been Hoop BK. This has been Performance Racing League Midweek Tier. And we will see you next week. I'm going to go to bed.